the destruction returned to the same place, the Temple Mount. The nation's ground of consecration lay in ruins. Could the sign of the mystery ground, the destruction returning to a nation's ground of consecration, have anything to do with America? The answer lies at America's foundation, the day it became a fully constituted nation. The nation's first president, George Washington, and the newly elected Congress gathered together in the infant nation's capital. Washington takes the first presidential oath of office.
He placed his hand on the Bible, and then he spoke the first ever presidential words. And in that first ever presidential address, he issued a prophetic warning. It's embedded in our foundation.
The propitious smiles of heaven can never be expected on a nation that disregards the eternal rules of order and right, which heaven itself hath ordained.
That is coming true in our day. We are witnessing two things. We're witnessing America departing from God, and we're witnessing the removal of the blessing.
After issuing this prophetic warning, Washington and the nation's first Congress walk on foot to a place appointed for a specific act, the very first act of the first fully formed American government. It was not to create a law or pass a bill. It was to pray, to consecrate the nation to God. This was America's consecration ground. It took place in the nation's capital.
But the capital city that day, on America's first day, wasn't Washington, D.C. The capital city was New York City. Where? It was in Lower Manhattan. Where exactly? They went to pray and dedicate America to God on the first day on the place we know today as Ground Zero. Ground Zero is the dedication ground of America. The calamity returns to the same spot on where the nation was dedicated to God. And that ground, that same consecration ground, is the ground where the harbingers appeared. It was in that soil that the sycamore tree was growing and was struck down on America's consecration ground. It was that same ground where they performed that act of replacing the one tree with the other. That was the ground it all happened on. And all around Ground Zero, all the buildings are ruined or destroyed, except one. Only one is protected. And it was called the miracle of 9/11. What was that building? It was the little stone chapel where they dedicated America to God on the first day. And why was it protected? They said it was because there was an object that protected it, that absorbed the force of 9/11. What was the object? The object was the Harbinger. It was the sixth Harbinger, the sycamore. That sign, that striking down of the sycamore, actually saved the place where America was dedicated to God. And the message here is that the point of the Harbingers is not to condemn America to judgment. It's to wake America from judgment. It's to save. God would not warn unless he was seeking to save. And the other message, with that same ground, is that the voice of God is calling, return.